Do not fast blindly. 5 hidden failures are shutting down your progress. The 3rd can erase weeks in seconds. Stay, because the 5th one corrects your entire compass and will give you practical clarity that few people have. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why some fasts feel heavy and fruitless, and how one small adjustment today changes your trajectory. This is not a guilt message, it's a map. And the map starts with your mouth, with your focus, and with coherence between what you promise and what you do. Make a quick commitment to activate your attention. Write this short and clear phrase in the comments right now and say it softly wherever you are. Today, my mouth creates the future. By declaring it, your mind aligns and your heart gets ready to receive. In a moment, you'll see the first correction you can apply today. If you ever finished a fast and felt that nothing changed, it's not that God didn't hear. Often without meaning to, we cancel progress with words, internal agreements, and postponed decisions. Proverbs 18:21 says it plainly, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." It's not poetry, it's spiritual mechanics. During a fast, your inner life becomes more sensitive. Words don't bounce, they plant. First powerful correction, set a guard on your mouth. Whisper right now, Psalm 141:3. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Watch over the door of my lips. At the start of each fasting day, before any conversation, say, "Today my mouth aligns with the promise." Make it audible. Voice prints direction. Right away, you'll notice how a single poorly spoken sentence can close a door that was about to open. Picture the scene in Luke 1. Zechariah receives the news he waited for years. Instead of receiving it, he collides with it in doubt. He's left without a voice until fulfillment. Minutes later, Mary is told something humanly impossible. She answers, "Let it be done to me according to your word." 2 responses, 2 destinies. In defining moments, one sentence either aligns you or halts you. In fasting, that rule intensifies. That's why the first hidden failure is speaking against what you ask for. If you fast for provision, do not prophesy lack. If you fast for restoration, do not repeat defeat diagnostics. If you catch yourself denying, don't condemn yourself. Correct instantly. I cancel that planting and I sow life. Starting today, set 3 silent reminders on your phone, morning, afternoon, and night, with this text, "Guard the door of my lips." When they ring, stop for a few seconds and review. What did I say? What did I think? What did I repeat? If you detect negativity, say, "I cancel it." I sow life. It's brief, concrete, and repeatable. This adjustment, small as it seems, decides a large part of your fasting fruit. Now comes internal agreement. You can't see it, but it weighs. Phrases like, "It always gets complicated for me. I never finish anything. This isn't for me," operate like silent contracts. Break them like this out loud. "I'm free from repeating old stories. Today, I choose a new ending." Make it tangible with an immediate act. Write down the task you kept postponing. Tidy a small space. Send that pending message. One small win teaches your mind that the contract changed. Breathe. Fasting is not punishment. It's focus. Isaiah 58 describes 2 routes. One that argues, tangles up, and leads nowhere. Another that releases burdens, unties knots, and breaks yokes. Here appears the second hidden failure. Continuing to feed habits you know entangle you while trying to fine-tune your heart. You don't need perfection. You need quick reaction. 1 John 1:9 is a practical lifeline. If we confess, God is faithful to cleanse. When you get out of order, don't hide. Say it simply, return to center, and take a small decision that contradicts the fall. If you stumble mid-afternoon with distractions, change the environment. Play a short psalm out loud. Psalm 27 in moments of fear. Psalm 34:17-18 when anxiety tightens. Psalm 91 when you seek covering. Build barriers that save you willpower. If your critical window is 8 to 10 p.m., leave the phone outside your room and place a physical marker in your Bible or notebook with an underlined phrase, "Let it be done to me according to your word." If your distraction trigger is visual, reduce stimuli. Dim the screen. Keep only one useful app at hand. Put 2 verses on your lock screen. If your trigger is empty conversation, prepare a kind, firm sentence. Thank you for thinking of me. Today I need to finish what I started. This saves explanations and holds your focus without fighting. Let's go to the third. The one that breaks processes the most and rarely gets confessed until there are visible losses. Promising and not fulfilling. It's not small. Ecclesiastes 5 warns that it's better not to vow than to vow and not fulfill. Fasting makes you sensitive, and every promise made in that climate becomes direction. When you don't keep it, traction and peace are lost. It's not arbitrary punishment. It's coherence. The way out is concrete. Bring your promises to paper with deadline, action, and verification. If you promised generosity, define a percentage and date. If you promised a testimony, record a 2-minute audio and share it within 48 hours. If you promised excellence, send a 1-page improvement plan to the right person within 24 hours. Associate the promise with a psalm, 24 for clean hands, 103 for grateful memory, 119, 105 for direction. When you fulfill it, read it out loud and seal the close. To recover self-respect if you failed here before, apply a 24-hour protocol. Step 1, write a single small promise you can fulfill today. Step 2, share it with someone you trust in one line. Step 3, fulfill it before bed. If it's about money, transfer it. If it's a testimony, send the audio. If it's excellence, dispatch the plan. Step 4, read Psalm 24 out loud. Step 5, record the date and the act on a card and keep it in your notebook. After a week, reread that card. The brain needs its own evidence to believe in its word again. Fourth hidden failure, quitting when there's just a little left. Daniel 10 shows a counterintuitive reality. From day one, the answer was underway, but it took time to manifest. In between opposition, the common temptation is to cut it short because of well-intentioned voices. You look tired, you've done enough. It doesn't take all that. The answer is not pride, it's strategy. Define the scope from the start with flexible windows and progress signals that don't depend on mood. For example, days 1-3, watch over tongue and thoughts. Days 4-7, concrete ordering decisions. Days 8-10, a plan to sustain afterward. If your body asks for a legitimate adjustment, it's not defeat. Change the intensity, but guard the purpose. Keep watch over mouth, focus, and coherence. A smart adjustment preserves fruit. When they suggest stopping for no good reason, answer calmly, "Thank you for caring. Today I need to finish what I started." Peace disarms. Avoid long explanations. Return to your rhythm. Reinforce with Psalm 27. Though an army encamp against me, my heart will not fear. Repeating it while you walk helps engrave it. Fifth hidden failure, asking from the ego. James 4:3 exposes it. We ask wrongly when everything revolves around our own comfort. Fasting is not a lever to manipulate. It's a window to align. Isaiah 58:6 defines the center. Release burdens, untie knots, break yokes. Change the question from "give me this now" to "make me able to steward what I ask for." That pivot transforms the quality of your requests and your response to timing. Matthew 6:16-18 adds a principle. When you fast, do it in secret without seeking applause. The focus is not public image. It's inner reality, a 3-line practice for asking well. Line 1, I ask for this. Line 2, I commit to this in order to steward it well. Line 3, if this isn't fitting, give me that which brings me closer to your purpose. It's simple, it honors intent and it corrects the center. Accompany it with an act that embodies that desire. If you ask for clarity, clean your workspace for 15 minutes. If you ask for financial order, write down this week's expenses. If you ask for restoration, ask forgiveness for one concrete thing and cut one hurtful phrase you kept repeating. Prayers become muscular when they carry an act that backs them up. Organize a fasting day aimed at visible fruit. On waking, 3 minutes in silence, open hand and 3 phrases. Today, my mouth creates the future. My heart aligns. I sustain what I start. Then to Psalm 141:3 out loud. Late morning, mouth check, I cancel it. I sow life. At midday, 1 John 1:9, brief cleansing if you failed. In the afternoon, a specific, discreet act of generosity. At night, one small promise written and fulfilled. Close the day with Psalm 23 in a low voice. It's a rhythm of rest, not anxiety. Let's add images that root decisions. Mary, a small room, an impossible message. Her throat tightens. The future looks heavy. One phrase decides, let it be done to me. The air changes. The story changes. Zechariah, the temple, incense echoing, years of waiting. A doubt on the lips and silence comes. It's not blind punishment. It's protection, so the promise won't be aborted by the word. Daniel, a worn-out day 20, nothing moves. On day 21, the word arrives, and with it understanding that inspires to this day. 3 scenes, 3 endings, 1 rule. At the critical point, the phrase you choose opens or closes. Don't measure yourself by sensation. Measure yourself by signals. Signal 1, you detect negative phrases before speaking them and change the planting. Signal 2, you put one environmental barrier in place and you keep it. Signal 3, a small promise fulfilled within 24 hours. Signal 4, you respond to pressure calmly and continue. Signal 5, your requests include character formation. With 3 or more signals, direction has changed. Write a 1-line contract to cut off self-sabotage. Today, I don't negotiate with complaint. I choose to sow words of life. Read it out loud at noon. Words raise inner walls and set new boundaries. If you stumble midday and want to quit, apply a small emergency kit. Take 4 deep breaths. Read Psalm 34, 17, 18. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love. Don't leave wounded. Return gently. Do 1 minimal action that contradicts the sabotage. Clear 1 table. Answer 1 right message. Read 1 psalm out loud. Close with the phrase, I return to the center now. Design an exit plan to sustain the fruit. Avoid abrupt endings. Build a bridge. On the final day, write 2 small decisions for the following week. 1 about the mouth and 1 about habits. Mouth, I won't complain about this. If it appears, I recede. Habits, my critical window stays protected with this barrier. Add 1 specific act of gratitude. Call someone and thank them for something concrete you received these days. Psalm 103 helps remember benefits. Underline 4 verbs: forgives, heals, rescues, crowns. Grateful memory sustains processes. Work on identity too. Write your name and complete. I am someone who keeps what I promise, even in small things. I'm someone who guards my mouth. I'm someone who adjusts without quitting. It's not empty self-help. It's describing what you now do. When identity changes, discipline becomes natural. In relationships, don't demand others read your process. Avoid lecturing everyone. Love in silence, serve calmly. If friction arises, use 3 phrases. Thank you for telling me. I don't want to argue. We'll talk later. And if you hurt someone, ask concrete forgiveness without adornment. This saves entire days. Matthew 6, 16, 18 suggests secrecy and coherence, less noise, more reality. Specific generosity during fasting unlocks joy. Isaiah 58 links, loosening the burdened with light, breaking forth. It's not about amount, it's about direction. Choose a real, discreet gesture. Cover a meal, a ride, listen with focused attention, share a tool you have to spare. Do it without announcing it. The joy it produces sustains will on long days. To keep yourself focused, use a simple retention loop several times during the day. Notice a value ahead, mini pause, concrete promise, and a close with action. For example, now you're going to identify the word that most cancels results during fasting and the phrase that replaces it. At the end, write it on your card and return to it when you feel weak. The word that most cancels fruit is never. I can never, it never changes, it never works. Replacement starting today until now. Until now, it was hard for me. Today I adjust. Until now I couldn't see. Today I understand. Until now I postponed. Today I fulfill. Write it. When the old phrase shows up, drop it and say the replacement. If you want a continuous growth framework, apply a 7-day cycle you can repeat. Day 1, active silence and Psalm 91 with 3 life phrases. Day 2, mouth guard with reminders. Day 3, cut one distraction with an environmental barrier. Day 4, concrete generosity. Day 5, a small promise fulfilled within 24 hours. Day 6, intelligent perseverance with adjustments without quitting. Day 7, brief evaluation, 2 inner fruits and 1 adjustment for the week. Repeat the cycle month after month, and you'll see steady progress. Activate community with a small public challenge. Write a minimal promise you can fulfill before tomorrow. Post it in 1 line with the hashtag #ondespiertos. Come back tomorrow and reply to your own comment with a single word: fulfilled. The conversation grows, accountability increases, and fair celebration sustains change. Close the day with Psalm 23 in a low voice. The house calms. Breathing slows. You don't depend on feeling strong to be obedient. The rod and the staff breathe courage. There is guidance. There is rest. And there's a different tomorrow because you made clear decisions today. Right where you are, whisper 3 phrases. Today, my mouth creates the future. My heart aligns. I sustain what I start. Keep this moment. The seeds remain. Before we say goodbye, we open 2 threads that will bring you back to the next episode. We'll build a customizable plan so you don't depend on willpower, but on structure. And we'll reveal the silent mistake many make after a fast that reverses progress in 3 days. That topic can save you months. If this content helped you, share the video with your group. It can spare someone you love weeks of frustration. Subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't yet. Here we combine secrecy and application, word and practice. Leave your question about this topic below in 1 line. We'll read it to design the next installment. To turn inspiration into decision, open your notebook and write today's date. Below it, 3 lines. 1 life-giving phrase you'll repeat tomorrow. 2 1 small promise you'll fulfill within 24 hours. 3 1 act of generosity you'll do without telling. Take a few minutes. Do it now. Between a good intention and a new destination, there is a space today. If you stumbled halfway, don't leave wounded. 1 John 1:9 is alive today. Tell the truth, return gently, adjust 1 thing and continue. You don't need a spectacle. You need coherence. I'll be waiting for you in the comments with the hashtag #despiertos and the phrase, "Today I cut off the words that were canceling my fast." I want to read you. I want to celebrate small closes that build big lives. Remember the center. The 3rd was the key. Promised word fulfilled. There you'll recover self-respect, inner clarity, and sustained joy. The 5th, the compass. Ask well to steward better. And the 1st, the trigger, the mouth. The first door that opens or closes is on your lips. From today on, you use them to build,